Alright. Let's see if we can make this work better. Got my tripod. Now, can Twitch handle me turning it sideways? Let's find out. There we go. Oop, let's not bump it too much here. I cannot see chat. That's shit. There's gotta be a way to bring it up so I can see it, right? 3 dots, what do you do? Stream manager, edit for hide chat. What? Chat's already hidden, what are you talking about? Can I unhide chat? Oop. Show chat. It is not showing chat, it is a liar. Do I have to rotate it back to be able to see chat? Let's find out. I bet you I do. How garbage is that? How bullshit. Nope, doesn't like that way. Oh, I'm gonna have to flip the phone around, I bet. Because it only wants it right side up. The other way was upside down. Let's see if this works. Let's put you this way. I don't see chat at all still. Put it in the holder, flip it up. Now show me chat, you piece of crap. It's not showing me chat. Why is it not showing me chat? Alright, well, if it's not going to show me chat, I might as well just turn it back sideways. Give you widescreen view, not that it matters too much. Ooh. How are you supposed to see the chat? Stream man? Did that kill my chat? Ooh, I see chat. Y'all still there? I don't know if this is working. Anybody watching? Anybody in chat? Oh God, don't do that. See, this is why I don't like, this is why I need a second device. Need to get it positioned just right and tight so I can type and show y'all the damn fire, right? Let's throw some shit on there. There we go. Wicker Man, what's going on? What the hell happened? Were you out of the country? No, I'm just messing with it. I was burning stuff. I was like, you know what? Let me try this. I've been watching some of the nature Twitch shows, well, channels lately. They got like ducks, they got waterfalls. It's crazy. So now I'm thinking I need to grab a camera and put it on the river. Something that's like night vision capable too. How you doing, dude? I absolutely watch a duck stream. It's on there. There is one. There's one called Dash Ducks, or is it Duck Dash? I think it's Dash Ducks. It's huge. They average like almost 200 viewers all the time. There's another one called Critter Vision where they have a whole setup with like things holding food, and like raccoons show up, crows show up. I saw an armadillo the other night, and that shit's in South Carolina. I'm doing all right. Can't complain. It's still nasty as hell out here. I wish it'd cool off a little more and get rid of these damn mosquitoes. They were eating me up earlier. But overall, I'm doing all right. Taking tomorrow off. Got family coming into town. They're only going to be around for a couple hours, but I was like, fuck it, I'm going to take the whole day off. Ooh, I should have added more soda to that alcohol there. I should have started this way earlier. I had a huge fire going. This is like small by comparison, only like a foot high. I had this shit like 6-7 feet high. Good plan. It's Friday anyway. It's Friday for me. Are you talking about tomorrow for the plan? Yeah. It's been non-stop at work the last few days anyway, so I feel like I've earned it. Let's see if we can center that a little better on this tripod. I meant tomorrow, but yeah. I've already had a few drinks, so I'm a little slow right now. But yeah, I think I started the fire at like 6 o'clock. It was huge. It was covering almost like 7 feet across in a circle. I've just been collecting like shrubs and sticks and everything while I mow. I just threw it into a pile that had already started before I even moved into this house. Like there's a tree that's half dead above me. Hopefully that doesn't like snap right now. And it was just dropping branches here. And my next door neighbor had been mowing before I moved in, and he was just like, I guess, piling the sticks over here too. So there was already a pile, and I just kept adding to it, and it just got so big, I was like, all right, I gotta burn this shit. But eventually, I've got so much yard out here that's just flat and open and not under trees that I feel like I want to actually build like a hardscape with a big fire pit in the middle of it, like about 50 feet away from here, closer to the river too. I wonder if I could put one close to the river that would reflect the firelight on the river. That'd be a pretty cool view if I can make that work. I gotta think about that. Bayek, what's going on? What'd you find out that's weird, man? Phil, you have a watch which or can pull up a picture of a clock? Not right now. I'm streaming from my phone. Did you know if you start adding numbers on a clock, starting with 12 plus 1, then 11 plus 2, and 10 plus 3, 9 plus 4, 8 plus, they all come out to the number 13. Alright. I'm thinking about it. What's the, I guess what's the deal? I mean, because you could do 12 and 2, you could do 12 and 11. I don't get it. See, time is bad luck. I mean, if you only rotate, like, if you have to rotate both hands all the time, then yeah. But if you stick one in a place, then you can definitely change that number. Hey, but tomorrow's Friday the 13th, so what happens if we start adding the numbers tomorrow? Is that like worse, or does it like add up and you get 26 and then it's okay? I honestly think Friday the 13th is kind of a neutral day because it's like Friday's cool, 13's unlucky supposedly. Worst day? What do you not want? You don't want Monday the 13th. I feel like that would be way worse. Because Mondays suck and 13 sucks, supposedly, and you add those two together, that'd be worse, man. I think they missed it. Friday the 13th never should have become a thing. Monday the 13th, that's ultimate horror right there. Oh look, a notification about my side project. Y'all should click that link. I think you'll find it very interesting. Especially if you like bacon and good art and murder mysteries and foolish acting. How about that? Yeah, it's a good pitch. I think it works. I think y'all should go check it out. Open up that right click, new tab, pull that up. It's on YouTube. That would not be on YouTube. That's on the future OnlyFans if I make it big. I guess that has a double meaning if I think about the way I just worded that. If you make it big, let me know. Look, man, they got pills and there's supplements and there's techniques, you know? The internet's out there, man. They can tell you how to do anything. I'm sure there's a way. You just put the camera really close. My fire is dying. I'm very disappointed in it. Yeah, that side on the right there, and then you peek over here on the left. It's just like, it's so pathetic. Like, what is it doing? It's just like, I'm glowing. I'm glowing. You remember, like, back in the day when they would have, like, Christmas stuff set up in the mall, and they would just have, like, the fake fires and stuff? That's what that reminds me of. It just glows, and they would have, like, tissue paper right there. It's all fake. It's so fake. Although I do kind of, like, miss that. I wonder if malls still do that. If, you know, the few malls that still exist. If they set up Christmas decorations and fake fires and fake Santas and elves. Is that still a thing, guys? Have you ever met a chick who streams and bang when you two met? No. No. That'd be weird. I don't think I would, like, consent to that. Unless she was gonna, like, cut me in on any profits, you know? There's gotta be somebody out there that's doing it, though. they're straight. They just like go on Tinder and they swipe right on everybody, and the first person that like accepts, they like bring them into their little streaming room, and they're like, okay, we're gonna bang, and it's gonna be on video. You cool with that? And they're like, yeah. That'd just be weird. I mean, even recording something the first time you meet a chick would be weird, right? Just show up with, you know, wearing like a green mask. Like, girl, just green, just chroma key me out, you know? I don't know what to make out of that Trump versus Kamala debate. At times she had him on her. It wasn't a good debate for him, but like her side wasn't that great either. It was just like, I don't even know how to like describe it. It was just like placating. It was just like it was just generic comments from her. And then there were a couple times where she would like look over at him while he was talking, and she would do her little smile grin with her hand on her chin on her hand, and it was just like pure queen bitch vibes. And I was like, oh my god, like I don't know who it reminded me of, but it reminded me of some ex that I was just like, oh my god, that is somebody that I remember. Like I just remember that look, that head shake, that smile. Like, oh, it just made me want to punch her so bad. But Trump was also like very not on key, you know, like he not on point. He got baited pretty bad, like, especially when it came to like especially when she was like, oh, they're leaving his rallies early. Like he took that personally. His ego is just so in the way. Like the dude needs to be humbled in a good way, but like he just can't. It's hard to humble a billionaire, right? I think what hurt Trump some is him going off on a rant every time. I'm like, dude, stay on point. Let's get it done. Yeah, like he definitely had like things he wanted to talk about, and he kept trying to steer it that direction. But it didn't work as well as it did against Biden on the CNN debate. Like he did way better in that, even despite like Biden being like Dementia Joe or whatever. Like was that last night? No, it was 2 nights ago. Shit, yeah, it was 2 nights ago, right? It's Thursday. Yeah. That it wasn't good for him. It was actually it probably helped Kamala more than it helped Trump. Because Biden had no fucking idea what was even being said. Well, I mean, Biden was like, I'd say he was like 50% there. Like, just because he's been around so long that his talking points are just ingrained in his brain. So he can just like spout them off at a moment's notice and not have an issue with it. But at other times it was obvious. He was just like, I'm not. Like, we killed Medicare, or whatever he said that one time. It's like, yeah, you did. Good job, buddy. But, oh, man, did you see the thing? I saw a headline with a picture. It showed, like, that earring that they zoomed in on Kamala Harris. Like, oh, she's got an earring that was actually a hearing piece or something. Like, she was being fed lines. I was just like, what? Like, no, she just knew what they wouldn't even have had to feed her the questions. They would have just known what she talks about a lot and then just tailored the questions around her talking points, and she was like good to go. I think they really just needed to focus more on like economy and the border, and they did to a good degree. Like the abortion thing, Trump can't win because he's a man. They're never gonna let a guy tell a woman like, what she can do with her body. Even though, like, you know, if I were to argue it, I'd be like, you know what, 50% of that DNA is a guy's, so you're just carrying it. But, you know, whatever. If you want to end your genetic line, go for it. If you're that kind of person, end your, you know, your gene pool. I don't care. If it came to me and a woman and she's pregnant, like, I'm gonna support her and get her to have that kid anyway, which, you know, I did. Me and my son's mom weren't on the best of terms, but, you know, when that came up, it wasn't an option. The only alternative was an adoption after the kid was born. But even then, it's just like, no, not gonna do that. That's my blood. I'm not gonna let somebody else raise my son. And now he lives with me, so hey, worked out for me. You know, if somebody else wants to get pregnant and kill the kid, obviously you're not a good person, and you shouldn't be, you know, propagating your gene pool. What it do? Cyber what? You just come in, what it do? That's right. Hold on, let me finish my drink here. Oh, that's the last of my alcohol, damn it. I'm outside now, I can't run back in for a drink. Thing is, Kamala is a trained prosecutor. If she would have got serious, I believe Trump would have got stomped because he was not on his game that night. Yeah, I mean, she's a prosecutor, but I mean, everything she's ever done in her career beyond that was based off sleeping with Willie Brown, right? So it's like, if that had come up, you notice how she didn't bring up Trump's morals, because she knew she couldn't, like, hit him on, like, sleeping with a stripper or whatever the fuck they want to say he did, because hers is so much worse. Like, yeah, Trump banged some chick as a billionaire. It didn't affect his life really, you know, politically. Kamala, she slept with a dude to get into politics and get promoted in politics. Like, she's a straight whore. I was playing some football. Wait, what? Did I miss something? He was Montel Williams. Oh yeah. She was, wasn't she? That's right. And see, even with Kamala being like a trained prosecutor, it's like, how much work does she actually do? Because every big time prosecutor or whatever has, like, underlings, right? But I think what really helps is and I don't think Trump hammered it enough, was like, he should have really hit on how much she waffled on every fucking topic. Like, oh, she was against a border wall, now she's for it. She was against immigration, now or she was for immigration, now she's against it. You know, he should have really focused in on that and not, like, bit on the bait of, like, oh, your Trump rallies, nobody goes to them, or people leave early. Like, that was, like, who's ever heard that somebody left a Trump rally early? I've never even heard that. But, like, he should have just been like, nah, that doesn't happen, and just, like, gone on to some other topic. But he didn't. His ego wouldn't let him do it. He really did, like, screw up the other night. I mean, it wasn't like career ending, it wasn't end of the race, but he could have done better. Her thick ass neck has seen some swing, that's for sure. Dude, yeah, she is not a attractive woman, not at all. I wouldn't, no, that's not, I couldn't. Trump got so used to debating an octogenarian geriatric dementia patient that he wasn't on his game. No, that's true. I think they just didn't know what she was going to say or what they were going to ask. Imagine Vivek debating Kamala. He would have made her cry. I mean, maybe, because she couldn't have gone after him on, like, at least racial stuff. She couldn't have been like, oh, why did you ask? Or did she ask, or did the moderators ask about him talking about her being black and then not being black? I mean, because if nobody's done their research, she's obviously half black, half Indian. And if you look at old pictures, she definitely leaned into her Indian side way more because it was advantageous. And now it's advantageous to be black and start spouting a southern accent when she's at debates or not debates, but campaign rallies. Imagine, yeah, I already read that. Okay. Not that Vivek has much room to talk, because his parents, yeah, I mean, he's pure Indian. Like, that's fine, whatever. But, like, man, you see that, like, Indian documentary that's going around lately, and I just saw it, but it's like years old, and it's not new information. It's just seeing it is just like, oh my god, it's bad. Like how bad India is. Like I've heard and I've read how bad India is. Like just from a hygiene point. Like something like 70% of the nation doesn't have like indoor plumbing or something. They just go shit on the streets and stuff. Is just like disgusting. But it's way worse. That documentary is just like damning as all hell. If I was Trump, I would have told the moderator that how would they have handled that? That's good. That's a good point. I mean, I think they would have just kind of brushed that aside because it's so extreme. But like I think Trump did bring up where Kamala Harris said endorsed on video like taxpayer money for prisoners to get transgender surgery, and that's just batshit insane stuff right there. Why the hell am I hearing dogs barking across the river? Nobody lives over there. That's like a nature trail on the other side of the river. Why the fuck? What? I mean, with lips as talented as hers, she should have cooked it. I mean, she did all right. I won't lie. I don't feel like she like bombed or anything. I feel like if anything, it was a draw. If you had to pick a winner, she probably won because her expectations were so much lower. But she's still a horrible candidate that nobody ever voted for. So it's like, how do you square that circle, man? Like if you're a Democrat, how do you vote for somebody who, when she ran for president 4 years ago, was the first to drop out because she was so horrible, so left-wing, she's a communist. Like Trump did point that out. Like her dad is a Marxist professor. That's like a known fact. And yet people are just like, oh well, she's on the left, so I'm gonna vote left. Like how do you do that? Like you either vote for Trump or you don't vote at all. And not that Trump has anything really going for him, because he didn't do too much when he was in office. He just he managed not to fuck things up. You know, the way the House and the Senate are right now, like, he didn't have much he could have done. And I don't think there'll be much he can do in the next one. It's just more, it'll just be 4 more years of not fucking up. Outside of that, it's like, what can he do? Like, he has no power. He's just a president. President doesn't have as much power as they used to back in the day. It's more in the hands of the House and Senate and all that shit. I really dislike her voice, to be honest. Dude. Need to put some WD-40 on that voice box. Dude, there are so many times she would just have those moments where I was just like, oh, what a bitch. She would have her little smirk, her smile, her hand, her chin on top of her hand with her little smile, and I could have punched her. Like, I'm not a violent person, but I would have punched her, you know, like, all things being equal. I couldn't stop calling her a bitch and Trump being stupid, you know. Inflation was 1.1 when he was in office, 1.9. Yeah. Well, and there's only so much that has to do with an actual president, because the policies that get put in place take so long to take effect that it's always like a lag, right? Like whoever put policies in place won't see the effects for like a year or two, and then Trump was in the middle of COVID, and that didn't help anything. So it's hard to say he did anything better or worse. Although he didn't, you know, he didn't like shut down all the pro-COVID, you know, policies like masking up and stuff. He was just like, hey, do whatever you want. I'm not going to do anything. And then Biden came in and was like, you need to mask up, and we're going to, you know, stop the military. We're going to kick out military people, blah, blah, blah. Like, they shouldn't have done any of that. The only lag is Biden's brain, yeah. Why the hell am I getting a notification that Stephen Curry is on Linktree? I don't fucking care. Thanks, notifications. Oh shit, I hear some sirens. Y'all hear that? Nah, it's pretty quiet. Y'all probably can't hear it. That's way off to the left anyway. Shit's going down. Oh, guys, you know what? So I signed up. I was turning in my paperwork to get my concealed carry renewed in the local county office, and they had this pamphlet for their county citizen academy. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna sign up for that. And they basically like tell you all the ins and outs of like the police force, and so I went to the second class the other night. It's every Tuesday. And that was like a Q&A with the sheriff. And holy crap, is my county fucked. There are so many drugs coming through here because we have 2 interstates, one that runs east-west, one that runs north-south that intersect, that like this county has become a like a hot spot. But the cool thing is, like, they have all these things lined up. Like, we get to go see next week is we're going to a community center that has what they call the Bearcat, which is like an armored vehicle that has recently undergone fire from .308 bullets, which with just scratches. Which is the next like level up from 5.56, right? Which is your AR-15 military style weapon, blah blah blah. And they just came away with scratches from a standoff with a dude that was holed up in a house. So we get to see that next week. I'm going on a ride along tomorrow night with a cop in the county. I'm hoping that is pretty cool because that's supposed to be like 6 hours to see what this county is like. And the class is like 8 weeks long. It's every Tuesday night. And we're going to be seeing some cool stuff. Like there's going to be a crime scene investigation. mock-up that we get to check out. There's going to be the gun simulator. There's going to be a taser demonstration. There's going to be all kinds of cool shit. But just seeing how much shit is going through this town is insane. Like, drugs and murder and all kinds of stuff. Like, this is a quiet county in my state, and it's just like, this is what they're facing that never even hits the news. It's insane. In Uganda, we just kept doing our life. We could probably eat dinner from a skunk's asshole and not get sick the way my generation had to grow up before we had clean water. Oof, that sounds nasty. I remember you talking about that the other night. I had a news thing about Taylor Swift is going to vote for Kamala, and I was curious as to why I give a shit. Right? Like, who would have thought she was going to vote differently than that? Fuck 5.56, give me a 20 millimeter anti-tank rifle. Yeah, can you buy that here? I know you can buy higher than 308. Hell, if you get the right permits, you can legit own a machine gun in America. They just put more clamps down on that during, I think, Reagan's administration for some reason. But honestly, like, if you look at the original intent of the Second Amendment, it was to be able to hold whatever was like equivalent to the government at the time, which at that time was just muskets, cannons, whatever. Now the government has, nukes and jets and all that shit. Like, you can't compete with that just on a money basis. Like, if you could buy that, like, good for you, but like, how could you possibly use that against the government? Because there's no way you could compete with their mass production of nukes, tanks, jets, whatever. Which I'm sure the founding fathers never even thought about. Like, oh, cannons aren't that hard. If enough people got together, they could buy 1,000 cannons, and take on the local government. They never imagined how large and widespread the government could get. It never occurred to them, like, how bad it could get. Otherwise they would have written some more rules to tamp down on the government's power and reach. When I lived in Uganda, I had a S&W 44 Magnum and a 38 M&P 38. I surrendered them to the police. I couldn't bring them to America. Yeah. And that's stupid, because you can buy all that shit over here, but they wouldn't let you bring it over here. That's kind of stupid, isn't it? Because you could have shipped it. You could have shipped it separately, unloaded. I wonder if you had filled. I wonder if you had known the right paperwork to fill out, if you could have just brought that shit over. Because you can buy all that shit here. There's no reason not to. It's probably just like Uganda's way of like holding on to weaponry that they wanted. That'd be my guess. I'm very disappointed in my fire right now. It's barely holding on. It just keeps like low-key burning. There's still a lot of wood right on top of that shit, and it's just not burning it all up. As I say that, look at that shit. It's like, no, we know how to make fire. Oh, that's hilarious. Timing, man. What the fuck? And it burns out. This shit over to the left has just been like low-key like glowing for hours. It's just sitting there like, oh, I got something I'm burning. What the hell? Which thing am I not tightening down that needs to hold this thing in place? That one probably. Nope, that's that. Can't see all the adjustments on this thing right now. That one I know I tightened down. Why is it loose right now? What the fuck? Hold on. That's that one. Where's the other adjustment? I'm missing a knob somewhere. I don't know what it is. This one's tight as fuck. That should not be moving. I wonder if this tripod's just dying on me. That should be that one. Maybe it's this one. Hold on. Yeah, it's probably this one. 1 second. Alright, that should be good. One more. There we go. Alright. I couldn't. There's a law against importing weapons without a licensed firearms dealer, and you got a law. I couldn't leave them in the custody of someone else until I found a dealer here in America. Oh, that sucks, man. Well, hopefully you begin your collection anew, sir. I'm surprised this stream has been doing so well. It's only showing like 1 bar on the phone. You know, I think a few of them could take 2 or 3. What is that emote? Somebody on fire, screaming. Oh, it's Pepe screaming in fire. Okay, I see it. Yeah, next fire stream I'll have to start earlier while it's daylight and the fire is like ragingly huge. Can I join your Discord? Yeah, there should be a link if you do the About section. I think that link still works. This stream is fun. Hey, there you are. Just joined the server. Nice. Welcome in, Bike. I mean, you got 2 fires on stream right now, man. Can I get that third pathetic little? There it is, off to the side. You can see that little glow. Look at that sad little shit over there. "10 minutes until I can say the N-word." Wait, what? 10 minutes? What? Do I have some sort of timer on my my Discord? Does it? What? I'm gonna have to check that now because I did not purposely set up any kind of like filter timer, block on that thing. It must be some automatic shit. I wouldn't have done that. I believe in free speech. You want to say what you want to say, you're gonna say it. I used to be the one that would go into everybody's stream and like test their auto mod, because I would just say like whatever I thought and it would get blocked. I do? Man, what the I wonder if they did an update that just like implemented that. That wouldn't surprise me. That wouldn't surprise me. Well, we know you want to say what you want to say, but we are not going to let you say what you want to say. And we are the Discord. We are the company that runs the show. You're going to do what we say. If there's a filter on my Discord, I will search it out tomorrow and try to disable that. I don't want people being censored. Isn't it funny how the left is all like, oh, we love everybody, we're super tolerant, but like they're the ones that censor the most. Well, what's left can never be right. What do you expect out of those crazy bastards? It's true. Although you look at the people in charge in politics on the right, and they're just the left, just delayed. Because whatever the left was pushing like 10 to 15 years ago, the right is now like, oh, we believe in that now. That's totally acceptable. Not really. Not really. That's why it doesn't really matter who you vote for right now. Like, if you vote left, it's only gonna like accelerate the collapse. If you vote right, it'll just delay it, because they're basically the same when it comes to the overarching like policies and beliefs and stuff. The right is just like the left, 10 to 15 years delayed. Like, because they're just like, oh look, they get votes, we should do the same thing as them. No, you should take a hard stance against that if you really want to be different. If you want to be the opposing force, you got to be the exact opposite and stick to it, but they don't. I read this news story about someone's dead body being found in a store freezer in North Raleigh or something. What? No shit. I mean, doesn't surprise me. I mean, Raleigh's a big city with lots of people, but North Raleigh isn't normally like the crime area. East Raleigh is. In a freezer, that's crazy. I'll have to look for that. Big Lion store or some shit. Big Lion, Food Lion. I don't know. Big Lion. It's either Food Lion or Big Lots. Big Lion. Big Lion would be funny. Like someone's trying to play off both names. What you got there? We got everything. Yeah, Food Lion's like a common grocery store. Big Lots is a common like man, what do you call that? Like a discount everything store? It's like a mini Walmart, but higher quality ish. I don't know what would you call a Big Lots? Hey, local people, what would y'all call a Big Lots? It's just that store. It's just like, hey, you wanna like maybe get something good and save money? Go to Big Lots. Oh, y'all talking Food Lion? Okay, yeah, that's a grocery store. Yeah. Like Malcolm X said, the white liberal is the worst enemy to America and the worst enemy to black men. Yeah, I mean, I can't argue with that. Because the liberal side has always kind of like just used them as a voting block. Like, oh, we're gonna do whatever you want us to do, and then they don't really. They say there was no foul play. I guess he didn't die from the cold, or he just happened to die in there. No kidding. Oh, man, some old dude was going in to like restock the freezer section and just like died in the freezer. Holy crap. That's pretty rough. I used to work at a grocery store. My first like real job. I did a paper route when I was like in middle school or whatever, but when I got to high school, my first real job was working at a grocery store, and man, the freezer section sucks. It's always cold. That's crazy. I didn't hear that. That's crazy. That sucks. That sucks though. Although I guess there'd be worse ways to die, right? If you like just had a heart attack or something, like you just got cold, you basically just go to sleep. It's way different like if he died in a fire, like had a heart attack and then died in a fire. That'd be painful as shit. But like dying in a freezer, you just kind of like, I'm really cold, and then you just kind of fall asleep. That'd probably be a better way to go than a lot of other ways. I've worked at a few. Yeah, fuck the freezer. Yeah, fuck. Yeah. I mean, the funny thing is, though, the freezer section, though, is normally like a vendor. Well, it used to be. It used to just be like a vendor thing. Like the vendors had to come in and get all their cold-ass products out of there, unless it was very, like, common items. Like we like I used to stock, and I did stocking the shelves, and I did the carts. You know, go get the carts out of the parking lot. And like the cold section was normally something we rarely had to touch ever, because there was always like a vendor. It was always vendor supported items that would get stocked. But yeah, there definitely were times. There definitely were certain times, and I can't even remember what they were, that we had to go stock. But it wasn't a lot. Like the freezer section was not huge, because the vendors would always just bring their shit in on a refrigerated truck and then just almost immediately put it on the floor or into the aisles in the fridge section. The stream is more manly than playing Spider-Man. I can't argue that. I really can't. Except for the Venom parts. The Venom parts were pretty badass, but that was like such a short period of time in the game. But yeah, if I set up a camera that like watches the river, I'll probably just make that a separate channel all the time. Because I can run that off a whole nother computer and just have it like constantly just watching the river. That'd be kind of cool. Is it cold there? No, not at all. It's fucking like 80 degrees right now at night. I was like sweating my ass off, like bringing shit over to this fire before I even got close to it. You ever magnet fish in the river? No, I haven't fished in this river at all yet. Like, I've been so busy, like, working on the house and just dealing with life. Like, I haven't gotten to fish at all. But I can see, like, on a clear day when the river's slow, like, and it hasn't rained recently, like, you can see clear to the bottom. There's not much in there. But I have wondered about magnet fishing at, like, some of the bridges nearby. Especially if, like, there's as much crime focused in this area as the sheriff's office says. Found some cool fish magnet fishing. Dude, I've seen some videos and it's just like people are bringing up guns, bringing up like crazy shit. Still 100 here at night? What the fuck? Where are you, Cass? Been years since I fished. I miss it. Yeah, dude, I haven't gone actually legit fishing in a long time. I used to take my son fishing like at least once a month maybe. But it was like where we were living, like the local spots just sucked, man. So we were never catching anything. I'm gonna pour a. I'm thinking about refinancing the house when the interest rates drop, and whenever you refinance, like you get it like a month free, right? So that's like a month free that you don't have to pay mortgage. I'm thinking I can take that money and buy the cement I'm gonna need to build a slab out next to the river, so I have somewhere to like sit or stand, you know, put a chair, so I can fish at the river, and that'll be nice. And then I'll be able to like fish all the time. Arizona. Oh, yeah. When is Arizona not hot? Does it get cold in Arizona ever? If you don't know Copley, wait, what? I don't follow. It can get chilly in some parts. Oh, okay. There's a long river my dad's side of the family, and I would go to either fish, swim, or ATV through. As low as 12 in the winter. Holy crap. Well, yeah, because desert, right? Because yeah, that's one of the things about desert areas, right? It'll be like hot during the day and then super cold at night. That's why they got that whole Adobe architecture out there. Sheriff said crime is up. Oh, cops lie. No. I mean, they would, but they're like 60. What was it? 60 openings right now, and this is like kind of like a boomtown area right now. Plus, we have two interstates that intersect from east to west and north to south, and this has become like a major hub. Like the cartels send their drugs to here to distribute to the other areas on the East Coast. It's crazy. Strap the ice chest to the front and back rails right out there. In the cities, the concrete holds the heat. Oh, yeah. Yeah, cities are always like a heat magnet. Which is why you can't really believe all the fucking like climate hysteria, because a lot of the sensors are in major cities It doesn't. So like it's a very like biased data set versus anywhere else in the world. And then there was the fact that they like stopped taking in data from like Russia, which has so much cold, cold, so many cold regions where they had weather stations, and they stopped taking their data in. So that tilts the scales. It's kind of like the crime reports now, where they tried to bring that up in the debate the other night. Oh, all the crime is down. Well, no, your major cities have stopped reporting crime because it looks so bad for them. Just like when Trump brought up the Ohio thing, where they're like the Haitians are eating the cats and stuff. Oh, the city manager said that's not true. Well, of course the city manager is going to say that, because he doesn't want to look like he's running a shit show over there. Everybody knows it's happening. It's on the web. Everybody sees it. The fact that it's taken this long for like the Haitian shit to show up in Iowa or wherever it was, or Ohio, that's just Johnny come lately, because they got Little Mogadishu up in Minnesota, where they dropped 80,000 Somalians out of nowhere, like years ago, and then they've turned it into their own little country, and they've been running things into the ground there too. It's just like, what, it was supposed to be like temporary because their countries were in a bad situation. You know what? Those countries are always in a bad situation. These people can't just like live in America because their country sucks. We can't just take in everybody. Like you train a few, you send them back to their countries to like make things like America. If they can't, they can't. Sorry. We're not supposed to be here to like prop up the rest of the world. We need to take care of ourselves. I wonder what kind of gun I should get. I have 3 more months until I can purchase a firearm. I mean, start with concealed carry, handgun. That's the easy thing, like 9mm or better. National Guard is patrolling New York. I have a friend who lives there. She uploads footage to Facebook. Yeah, no, that doesn't surprise me. New York's supposed to be pretty bad. Minnesota's pretty bad. Apparently, Ohio or where were the Haitians? Was it Ohio? I keep thinking Iowa or Ohio. I can't remember which one it is now. But wherever they dropped 20,000 Haitians into a town of 65,000. Like, you can't just do that. That's a huge percentage of people that don't know America, can't speak the language, don't have jobs, can't hold jobs. Like, why would you do that? Who thought that was a good idea, and who's paying for that? Like, that's just a horrible, horrible idea. I'm thinking small and compact. Yeah. My concealed carry right now is a Sig Sauer P365. That's pretty small. I had a Glock before, and it's pretty small, but it was just like thick. It's just such a solid gun that like you always felt that on you. The P365 9mm also, it's a solid gun, but it's not like a heavy gun. It's not like a thick gun. It's just a lighter. It's lighter, slightly smaller, and definitely an easier safety to flip on and off. How about a 460 Magnum? Yeah. Not for concealed carry, bro. It just should solve all the stray animal problems. That is not a reason to keep them around, though. People just need to stop feeding stray animals. My friend has a 9mm Derringer by Bon Arms. Derringer sounds familiar, but Bon Arms does not. I'd have to look that one up. I would say 9mm would be the minimum. I think maybe a 380 or a 38 special. Maybe a 38 special would be okay, because I think that's just under 9mm. But 9mm, 10mm, I'd go with those for a concealed carry. Now, for just other guns around the house, go buck wild. I don't care. Get a 45, get a 357 Magnum, get rifles, get shotguns, whatever. I don't care. Bon Arms is a Texas company. Oh, okay. I bet you if I looked it up, I'd probably recognize it. There's a local one around here that gets advertised on the, what are those guys? They replaced Rush Limbaugh on the radio. It was Clay and Buck. They advertised Bear Rock. Is it Bear Rock or Bear Arms? I think it's Bear Rock. They're out of Fayetteville, I think. So they're a North Carolina company. Ooh, look at that little fire. We should bump this thing up a little. There we go. Oh, of course, I try to focus on them and they die off immediately. Maybe I can get a high point yeet cannon. A yeet cannon. No, you know what I want to get that I've seen on if y'all haven't looked it up or y'all haven't seen it, look up Gun Drummer. Dude does he shoots guns to drum beats because he's also, you know, he does drumming. But he does like a lot of, I mean, it's mostly heavy metal. That he shoots the guns to the beat of the drum. It's so good. It's so good. The first one I saw from him was like Raining Blood from Slayer, and he does it with a machine gun that he got access to. That is amazing. That is so awesome. But yeah, one shotgun that he showed off is a, I can't remember what brand or whatever it is, but it has a rotating, I don't even know what you call it. It's just it rotates at the front and it holds like three sections of shotgun shells. So it holds like 18 or something shots where you go through 9 shots, then you rotate the front end of the gun and it's got the next 9 lined up, and then you rotate. It's fucking awesome. Haitians are like the zombie apocalypse for stray dogs and cats. Don't forget the cats. That's just crazy. Why we ever bring any of these third world nations in with no background checks, no quality control. Like, hey, I'm sure there's somebody over in one of those countries that has some brains about them, and you could bring them over, fine, whatever. You know, it's not going to be a high percentage, so it's not going to affect things that much. And maybe they provide a benefit to the country, but otherwise, like, what is the point? Like, what is the point of bringing them in here other than to destroy the country and run into the ground? Wish I could have brought my hyena with me. They could try to eat. Did you really have a hyena, dude? Was it trained? Have y'all started? Have they started domesticating the hyenas in Africa? I mean, they're just like, you know, they're one step removed from wolves, and which are one step removed from dogs, right? So I could see that happening if somebody focused on it. Yeah, my dad found what he thought was a small cat while he was hunting. A small cat? And it turned out to be a hyena? It got bigger and bigger and bigger. Do they look that similar when they're babies? That's crazy. Dude, as low-key as this fire is, I bet it could go all fucking night. I've only got 30%, 37% of my battery left, though. Yup. That's crazy. Yeah, I've never actually seen, like, a baby hyena. thought bro was really gonna be whispering in our ears and shit. No, I just didn't know if I was gonna be chatting that much because at first I was in the basement, like just chatting from chat, you know, like typing, because the bugs were eating me alive. Now they've seemed to calm down when I came back out. Anyway, he was cool. He didn't try to eat me, but we respected that he was a wild animal and caged that crazy fucker at night and stayed strapped all the time. Oh, okay, yeah, that's good. Taking precautions, yeah. Yeah, I'd say the first 30 minutes of this was just like the fire and me inside. Because, dude, those mosquitoes were going crazy. Now they seem to have calmed down. But if you want me to whisper, I can. Oh my god. My cup just fell, but it's empty. It's okay. Is that better, Cyber? Do you like that? Do you like the whispers? You want me to keep whispering? How well is that coming across? That's got some like reverberation to it. Like a damn tuning fork. Crush the can. Did you see the video of Joe Biden put on Trump? I did. That was weird. I don't even know what to make out of that. Like, dude just was like having some back and forth with a guy that was like a Trump fan, and he's like, "Oh yeah, where you at? Let me sign it." Thought hell froze over, right? Yeah, that's a weird video to have come out like right after that debate the other night. That's just like, what? Kind of glad seeing him taking it easy. I'm not a fan of the guy, but he is too dang old to be in constant stress. No, that's true. That's true. They should have let him retire like years ago. He's wearing it just as I had assumed he would. Put the hat on top of another hat he's already wearing. Wait, did he? I didn't actually watch the video. I just heard about it being talked about, and I heard like audio from it. Well, no, I saw one screenshot, but it was like blurry. I didn't see another hat, but I wasn't looking. Oh, I ain't clicking that because I'm on the phone. I'll have to look at it later. I'm gonna fuck with this fire for a minute. Let's see if we can do something with it. Oh, there we go. had Tim Walz's own family endorsing Trump or whatever. Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't bring that up in the debate when Kamala was like, "Oh, all these former people that you fired are endorsing me." Like why wouldn't they? Like, he definitely should have brought that up then. It was an easy like go-to, and he didn't do it. Trump's only a good debater when he can talk shit, and the last two debates haven't actually been like tailored to him at all. Like the ones when he was going against Clinton back in the day, those were good because he was like, he had the crowd and he could talk shit and get the crowd reaction, like, "Oh, that was a good one," you know. The last two haven't been like that tailored to him. Of course, the one against Biden obviously went his way because Biden was exposed for Dementia Joe as he is. But the other night against Kamala, like, she was obviously like trained up. They probably tailored the questions towards what her talking points are, even if they didn't give her questions, which, you know, maybe they did, maybe they didn't. Maybe she's wearing an earpiece, maybe she wasn't. Like, I saw like a close-up of that earring thing that she was wearing, like, weird, but they wouldn't have had to necessarily been feeding her any lines. The ABC could have just like tailored the questions to her talking points easily. That's not hard to do. Did you see Tim Walz call Vance a weak coward? I'm thinking, bro, the guy is a combat vet and a Marine. Yeah, that'll be interesting to watch because they're supposed to have a debate. I don't know when that one is, but that'll be interesting to watch because it'll kind of